Copywriting is one of the most powerful marketing tools available to you as an insurance agent. So, whether you're selling property and casualty policies, life insurance, or Medicare plans, the right words can transform prospects into clients. However, crafting compelling insurance copy isn't as straightforward as it might sound. The challenge is insurance products can be complex, and consumers are naturally cautious about making these important financial decisions. So that's why mastering insurance copywriting is essential for any agent that is looking to stand out in today's competitive marketplace. So in today's episode, I'm going to walk you through some proven copywriting techniques that will actually drive results, plus some practical tips to help your insurance business maximize every piece of content that you create. Now, as always, anytime you're creating content, you want to understand your target audience. That is always the starting point. So, effective insurance copywriting is always going to begin with a thorough understanding of who your audience is. So, before you ever write a single word, you want to ask yourself, who are my ideal clients? What keeps them up at night? And what problems are they trying to solve? See, when you understand your prospects' challenges, their concerns, and their goals, you're able to speak directly to their needs in a language that they understand. Remember this, your audience isn't looking for insurance jargon. They're actually looking for solutions and peace of mind. Now, here are some key elements of effective insurance copywriting that you want to keep in mind. There are three fundamental principles that should guide every piece of insurance copy that you are creating. The first thing is simplicity. Your copy should be clear and it should be accessible. So you want to avoid industry jargon, you want to avoid technical terms that are confusing, and if you've got to use some kind of specialized terminology, explain it in simple, plain language. Your prospects shouldn't need a dictionary to understand how you can help them. Then you also want to get into benefits. So don't just describe what your services are. Explain what they do for the client. Focus on outcomes and protection that your policies provide. And how does your coverage actually improve the life of your customer or protect what matters most? And then be sure to tell stories. Remember, people connect with stories. They don't connect with statistics. So when possible, weave real-world scenarios and relatable situations into your copy. Because stories help prospects visualize themselves benefiting from your services, and they make the abstract concepts much more tangible. Now, here are some proven insurance copywriting techniques that actually are proven to convert. So if you want to take your insurance marketing to another level, here are some techniques that are consistently driving results. Lead with benefits, not features. So when you're writing copy for your insurance agency, keep your focus squarely on how your clients benefit from your services. So make sure that it's crystal clear what's in it for them. Remember, everybody's favorite radio station is WIIFM. What's in it for me? Will they have financial security, peace of mind, protection for their family? Be sure to lead with those outcomes and then connect emotionally. Insurance at its core is all about protection. Protecting families, protecting livelihoods, protecting health, and protecting futures. That is inherently emotional. So show your prospects that you understand what matters to them and that you genuinely care about their well-being. Emotional resonance is going to build the connection that facts alone simply cannot build. Be sure to leverage social proof. Trust is everything in insurance sales. So include client testimonials, success stories, and relevant statistics that demonstrate your track record. And when prospects see that others like them have benefited from your services, they are far more likely to take the next step. And don't forget this, always include a clear call to action. You've got to tell people what the next step is. So every piece of copy should guide readers towards the specific next step you want them to take. So whether that's scheduling a consultation, requesting a quote, or downloading a free guide, just make sure that that call to action is clear, that it's concise, and that it's very easy to follow. To write effective copy for insurance services, you need to make sure that it follows a logical structure that guides the reader from curiosity to action. Now, here's how you want to structure your content for maximum impact. Start with the title. The headline is your first, and sometimes it is your only chance to capture attention. So make sure that it is compelling and that it is informative. It should clearly communicate what the piece is about, while it creates enough intrigue to encourage the reader to continue. Your introduction, the opening paragraph, it should actually hook the reader and set clear expectations. So briefly explain what you're going to cover and why it matters to them. Address a pain point or promise a benefit that resonates with your audience. And your body is where you're going to deliver on that promise. So provide detailed information about your insurance services, focus on the benefits, the real-world applications, and then use this space to educate, build credibility, and address common questions or objections. Break up those longer sections with subheadings to improve readability. Because remember, today most people scan. They don't actually read, they just scan down the content. And then don't forget the conclusion, the grand finale. End with a strong, specific call to action that tells the reader exactly what to do next. And then after engaging with your content, the prospect should feel very motivated and know precisely how to move forward with your agency. Now let's discuss a few common copywriting mistakes that you absolutely want to avoid. Because even experienced agents sometimes fall into some of these traps. And if you're aware of them, it's going to help you create better marketing materials. Here's a big one: overusing technical terminology. I mentioned this before, but we need to repeat this again. Insurance copy has to be easy to understand. If your grandmother isn't going to understand it, simplify it. Your real objective is to inform and persuade, not to demonstrate your knowledge of industry jargon. Here's the other thing. Let's be honest. Insurance is boring, it's emotionless, and it's dry. So don't create emotionless, boring, and dry content. Insurance decisions are very personal, and they can be very emotional. So copy that reads like a policy document is not going to inspire someone to take action. So be sure to inject warmth, empathy, and emotion into your writing. And let your personality and genuine care for your clients shine through your copy. And also, don't rely on aggressive sales language. Phrases like "buy now" or "limited time only" can actually backfire in your insurance marketing. Remember, high-pressure tactics make prospects uncomfortable and they actually erode trust. Focus instead on building relationships and providing value. Your call to action should feel just like a natural next step with a trusted advisor, not a hard sell. And then don't ignore pain points. Prospects read your copy because they have a problem they're trying to solve. They have questions that they want answers to, or they have needs. So if your content doesn't address those specific challenges, it's just not going to resonate with the customer. So always write with your audience's concerns at the forefront of your mind. By staying aware of these common mistakes, you're going to create copy that connects with your prospects and converts at a much higher rate. Now, let me give you a few tips to continuously improve on your insurance copywriting. Because mastering your copywriting is going to be an ongoing process. It's not a destination. The best agents constantly refine their approach, and here are some strategies that will help you continue to improve as you go. First and foremost, study your audience's language. How do they communicate? You can do that by visiting insurance forums, reading reviews, and simply paying attention to how your prospects talk about their insurance needs. Pay particular attention to the words and phrases they use, and let that inform your copywriting technique. When you speak their language, your message resonates much more powerfully. And then you also want to test different approaches. Experiment with various headlines, calls to action, and content formats. Track which versions perform better with your audience. Use A/B testing to take the guesswork out of your copywriting, and use that to help you identify what is working best in your specific market. And this is important. Keep your content fresh and varied. So avoid repetitive phrasing and overused language. Every piece of copy should feel new and fresh and engaging. Vary your sentence structure, use different examples, and then approach your topics from new angles to keep your readers interested. And don't forget SEO. Search engine optimization is going to help the right prospects find your content. So be sure to incorporate relevant keywords naturally throughout your copy. Terms like insurance copywriting, insurance marketing, life insurance agent, or Medicare insurance tips. Well-optimized content is going to attract qualified traffic from search engines, and it's going to position you as an authority in your space. And then plan out your structure in advance. So before you ever start writing, outline your main points, your headers, your key messages. And by having a roadmap, it's going to keep you focused and on track. And if you're like me, you've got ADD, you need to keep those distractions to a minimum. So that way your copy flows logically from start to finish. And what will happen is you'll end up writing more efficiently and you'll create much more cohesive content. So as we close out this episode, just remember, insurance copywriting is about more than just putting a bunch of words together. It's about building trust, it's about educating your prospects, and it's about guiding them towards making smarter decisions that protect their families, that protect their businesses, that protect their homes, their vehicles, the things that are most valuable to them, the things that matter most to them. And so when you combine clear communication with empathy and good copywriting, you're going to create marketing materials that really connect with your audience. And so the strategies I've covered with you today, from understanding your audience to avoiding common mistakes, will help you create copy that stands out from your competition, because most of your competition is not going to make the time or the effort to do this well. And so it's going to help drive better results. Because every word you write is an opportunity to demonstrate your expertise, build your credibility, and show prospects why you are the right agent to meet their needs. Now, if you're ready to take your marketing to the next level, we at Agent Branding and Marketing would love to become your strategic growth partner, because we specialize in helping insurance agents like you develop a powerful, conversion-focused marketing ecosystem built around your expertise. And we'd love to discuss how we can build that ecosystem around your brand and your authority. So schedule a strategy session with us at agentbrandingandmarketing.com/schedule. And we'd love to talk with you here in the near future. Until next time, wish you the best of success. Schedule your strategy session with us, and we'll talk to you again on the next episode.